Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. And today I have got some extremely exciting news to start off with in today's episode. So exciting that I've got about 3 inches from the camera because I have bought a camper van. You know, I've been talking about buying a camper van for the past couple episodes. I actually went and did it, which feels ridiculous and completely insane. And it's definitely a decision that hopefully I don't regret it, because I am so excited. I test drove it. It was awesome. It's a beautiful camper van, 1974 T2 bay window camper van. You can see the pictures on Twitter, and you can check out the vlogging channel over the next couple weeks for all of the films that I'm going to be making on it. But I cannot wait. I am so excited. It's going to be amazing. Picking it up next Sunday. But anyway, what I have to do now is I have to pop out, and look at that! We just saw an iron golem dying. Now, I actually have my volume off because I've been AFKing here over the past day or so, and that noise of villagers was driving me absolutely mental, but hopefully we should have ourselves a decent quantity of iron. Yes! Oh, wow! Awesome! So that's... how much is that? Hey, we've got ourselves 2 stacks of iron blocks, ladies and gentlemen. That is completely insane. Oh, this was a great idea for a build. I am so glad we decided to do this early on in the Hermitcraft season, because it's so handy to have that sort of access to iron. Now we can construct as many hoppers as we really want to, and we can do whatever we really want. And I've just gone over to the villager breeder, and we have got ourselves a Silk Touch villager. A Silk Touch one! Today has not got off to a bad start in the slightest. I am chuffed to bits with that one, except for the fact that the villager breeder isn't really working too well. We'll address that later on, but now, 1 hour mining session. Let me know how much stuff you think I'm going to get, and let's crack on. Now, in today's Timelapse chat, I want to talk to you guys about what my plans are for the Hermitcraft series, because as you've noticed, some of the hermits are doing slightly different things. So some hermits are just going off straight away, and they're starting work on their base, which is perfectly fine. And then you've got people like me who are kind of sticking around the community builds area just for a little while before I decide to move out and actually start work on the base. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because, number one, I want to have a really solid start on the server, and I want to build lots of little farms and things like that that will allow me to get fully geared up, so that when I do move over to my base, I have plenty of things to get me started, and I can just crack on with it and not have to worry too much about resources. But also, more importantly, I wanted to build some stuff for the community. In Hermitcraft Series 4, we had all of the shops, and that meant that instantly we had a bit of an economy going on. Community builds didn't really exist. You didn't really have community farms and things like that. You couldn't go to a farm and just take a bunch of resources, which is cool. It was a really cool idea for that season, and it meant that, you know, diamonds became almost more valuable because you were suddenly trading them with all of the hermits and they weren't just used for tools. But I do also like the fact that on Hermitcraft Series 3 we had all of these farms that were just available to us, and we could just crack on and use them and gather up anything that we really required. So in this season, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of that, and I wanted to build some stuff for the community to allow them to get resources really nice and quickly. So I'm going to be building something today that is going to be in the community area, but also that iron farm. Anybody can just pop past and pick up some iron. I'm not particularly fussed. If you need iron, just pop on by. Villager traders, steal some villagers, not a problem at all. That's the sort of mentality that I'm going to be applying in the early stages. And then, of course, I'm going to move out and start work on my base at some point in the next couple of episodes. So hopefully that clears everything up. Hopefully that gives you a rough idea of the kind of forecast over the next couple of weeks of where the Hermitcraft season is going. But anyway, let's pop back onto the server and continue playing. So that was a fairly successful mining session. I mean, it went okay. We managed to get ourselves a decent number of items. I'm fairly happy with it. As you can see, the resources chest is now looking... yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, we've just got over 2 stacks of diamonds, which that's really good going. I mean, that's 128 plus 14, so it's 132, 142 diamonds in total. not bad for episode 5 of Hermitcraft. I feel like we're doing a pretty decent job here. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to start work on a new farm. Now this is going to be a little farm that we're going to be building in this sort of area right here. And hopefully we're going to connect it up somehow to this kind of little ring. What I want to do is I want to create a slime farm. I am sick and tired of not being able to make sticky pistons on the server, so we're going to make a slime farm that should hopefully feed the slime up to the surface. So I've got a bit of a progress update for you guys. I have managed to locate a triple slime chunk. So we have got 3 slime chunks all next to one another. So that right there is the double one. Then we run around here. This is all one chunk. And then we also have this extra chunk that's kind of chucked onto the side right there. So this is going to be the footprint of our slime farm. This is going to be it. So this is where all of the slimes are going to be spawning. So I guess project number 1 is to clear out all of these blocks. Now I have to say, I really do wish I had myself a beacon at this point in time, because this is quite a large chunk of stone, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long and then we can start work on actually creating the farm. After some painfully slow mining, we have just about punched out the first 2 slime blocks. So here we go, and there it is. So this is 2 slime chunks right here. So there's the first one, there's the second one. We've got ourselves a zombie over here as well, which is fantastic. But this right here, this big block, is the next slime chunk that we're going to be taking out. So we are 2/3 done. That's pretty good going. I'm feeling pretty happy about that. But obviously we do have a decent slab left to go. And that, my friends, is that. 3 slime chunks all cleared out without any form of haste 2 beacon or without efficiency 5. It's been a bit of a long-winded process, but we finally got there in the end, and you'll be happy to hear that we still have more mining left to do. Basically, I need to clear out 3 extra blocks going all the way around the outside, and then 1 block further down, so that we can start placing in all of the water streams. So, I guess I'm going to crack on with this one, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Now, I just thought while I'm making my way around here, I should probably mention that at some point in the near future, all of the hermits are going to be working on a project underneath the community district. So this area right here is hopefully all going to be fully cleared out, and we're going to be working on something pretty massive. I'm not 100% certain if I'm allowed to tell you what it is yet, so I'm going to keep pretty quiet, but this area is essentially going to end up being used. But the coolest thing about this is that this slime farm is going to be staying, at least for the time being. So while we're working in that area, everything is going to get cleared out around this, and we should have like a slime farm just hovering up in the sky somewhere, which will look pretty amazing. And with the final few swings of my pickaxe right here, we have made it with just 47 durability left to go. This thing is now fully wiped out. So this is the space that we have to work with. These are the spawning platforms for the slime, and then this is where they're going to hopefully wander off to, and we're going to have to build some form of water stream system which will push them around to probably this point over here. This point over here, that's where they'll be killed, and then we'll have to set up some form of item transportation system to get all of the items from down at the bottom, right about here, up into the little free slime hut that I'm going to be creating up on the surface. I am so happy that we have managed to clear this out. I am so happy that there's no more mining left to do. So let's gather up some resources. We're going to need a ton of signs and a ton of water buckets, and we can start chucking these things in. And 1, 2, 3, and okay, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, fortune 2. That's not too bad. And then we'll combine this and this one, and oh, I've really shot myself in the foot there. I might eventually end up making this too expensive to repair. So we might have to look into getting some form of mending book. But let's see. Fire aspect. Still no looting. I'm waiting on that looting sword so that we can get some wither skulls. Also, big thank you to Exuma Void for going out into the end and grabbing every single hermit 1 shulker box. So we now have a shulker box on the server. Awesome. I can start putting some gear in there. Except because, of course, this thing is going to be floating, I kind of want it to be pretty, which means more mining. More mining needs to be done. Stone slabs all over the place. I think that's the way that we're going to do it. Okay, now that that's all done, it's the fairly simple process of adding in the water streams that are going to be going around the outside. So there is 1 water stream, And that should push us up to around about this point right here, which is actually perfect, because that means that we can just carry on like that. So water, water, and then water there. So the slimes are going to fall in here, and then they're going to be pushed across, and that over there is going to be the killing area. So this right here is our slime pusher system. So starting from that corner over there, the slimes will fall into the water, and then they'll make their way around like this, through this kind of S-bend right here, and they'll end up in the killing zone, which is going to be going in this section. Now, I have no idea how I'm going to kill these slimes, okay? I haven't worked that out yet. Maybe some form of lava system, a bit like the one that we have for the iron golems. That could potentially work quite nicely, but I think for the time being, we're just going to leave that, because I've had a kind of bright idea, and it could be considered to be a little bit of a daft idea, but this area right here, this entire platform is looking really, really ugly, and I don't want it to be looking ugly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all of these blocks with the stone slabs. So I've got a bunch of stone slabs. The super smelter is working on smelting a lot of the cobblestone that I've got from this mining session, and I just thought it would look 10 million times better if we actually got ourselves a decent floor in here. And this should just about do it. Right, final few slabs going in right now. These are the last ones of our spawning platform, and as you can see, I have gone for just standard upside down slabs, so that will be totally fine for slimes to spawn on, and there we go. So this is the system. This is it. The slime farm in its complete state. Farm is now completed. Now what we have to do is do the killing system, we have to do the item collection system, the item elevator, and also the free slime hut. Okay, so next up, clearing out this space right here and trying to work out how we're actually going to kill these slimes. So this is my first idea. We've got... Oh no, my testing does not seem to work quite as well as I first imagined. As I was saying, this is my first plan, so... That, Hadn't thought of that. Totally hadn't thought of it. We could use cactus. Something I guess I hadn't totally appreciated is just how jumpy these guys are when they're in the water. So, when they're being transported along... I mean, it really does depend on the slime. But look, occasionally, so this guy, he jumps straight out. Which may actually be a bit of an issue when it comes to our water systems going around the outside. Because look, they just jump out. That never used to happen. Slimes used to be like fully grounded. So we're going to have to drop our water streams by a block. Now, because I put in the time to actually mine out this area 4 blocks tall as opposed to 3 blocks tall, we have the flexibility to do this. Now, this is a little bit of a bodge job, and there is a chance that it could lower spawning rates by increasing the fail rate of a spawn. So essentially, if a big slime wanted to spawn on this block right here, originally that would have been fine because all these blocks would have been cleared, this 3x3 area. But now these blocks are in the way, which means that Minecraft will go, nope, can't spawn there, which, I mean, it could affect rates. I guess this is going to be an experiment to see if this works, and of course, if it does massively affect rates and we get a lot lower rates than we were expecting, then of course we are just going to have to drop down the water streams. For the time being, we're going to go with this slightly ghetto solution. So now all we need is some cactus. Now, I'm fairly certain that I saw Iskall had made some form of cactus farm, so I guess I'm probably going to have to go out on the lookout for that one. I kid you not, for the past half an hour, I have been working on trying to find Rendog and Iskall's portal. I'm fairly certain they either don't have one or there are no signposts for it whatsoever. I've been watching both of their videos a bunch, and I just can't find them anywhere. I found Biffa. I found Biffa. I just haven't found anyone else. For the time being, we're going to give up on that because Iskall and Rendog's Island is absolutely impossible to reach. So instead, we're going to start work on the item transportation system. So what I'm doing right now is I am gradually mining my way down to y equals 30. I think I'm at y equals 30. Might even be y equals 28. So this is going to be quite a big tunnel right here. And we're going to replace all of these blocks with glass blocks because this is going to be our item elevator that transports our slime balls from the bottom all the way up to the top. Now, the reason that I'm doing this, and I'm not just leaving it or replacing it with cobblestone, is because, as I mentioned earlier on, all of this area is going to be removed. We're going to be doing a massive mining project, and I don't want my item elevator to be taken out.
Mumbo!
What on earth was that?
Mumbo!
What
Here's
is that?
the thing, dude. Yesterday, I did a stream on Hermitcraft, and there was this guy. There was this guy in the stream, right? You know how chats go quick and stuff, and
Yeah.
This one person, he sat there and he consistently every 15th or so seconds he went Mumbo, and then the next 15 seconds he went Bumbo. And he did it for a full hour.
No way! That is dedicated. I actually saw this. I saw that on Twitter. Someone sent me a tweet, just talking about it, and I was like, oh, I don't really understand what that is. Like, I didn't even click on the link. I was like, okay, that sounds cool. But it's funny to hear that actually, yeah, that's a thing.
It was hilarious. The guy was dedicated.
That's a dedicated. Well, to the person that was doing that, thank you.
He was calling you. He was chanting you. The thing that we were talking about, though, this is interesting. First of all, you have been looking for my island, I hear.
Yes. For like a good half an hour. I was saying that I could have made a cactus farm in the time taken to
find the island.
I see.
Did you just puke out granite when I gave you them cacti?
Yeah, man.
Jeez, man.
I don't need this stuff. I'm filled with glass at the minute. I'm building an item elevator over here. I'm actually building like a small little slime farm that is going to be left out in the open at some point, but these are all secret projects, I believe, so we won't talk about that sort of thing.
Okay.
But
okay.
But the slime farm is kind of under the ground right now, and then when we do the secret project, it's going to be hovering until it gets removed.
Ooh,
if that makes any sense whatsoever. But yeah,
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes sense to us.
They don't know.
Yeah, but they don't know. So yeah, it's somewhere around here. I've lost it though, so that's good.
Very quick. Oh, you've lost the location of the slime farm?
Yes, yeah, already.
Very quick terraforming lesson, because you know how we did last season. There was terraforming lessons and people loved it.
Yeah.
You was very, very good at terraforming.
Thank you.
Granite is like a big no-no. Granite is disgusting.
No, I hate granite. That's why I threw it out. That was the first block that I threw it. Man, I'm one step ahead of you. Yeah. If I could have thrown it, if there was lava next to you, I would have chucked it in there. That would have been, yeah.
Good.
In fact, I could have placed the cactus and thrown it on that to make a real statement.
You could have done. That would have been pro. That would have been the pro way after you. Where is this thing? Are we?
Yeah. I'll try my best. I'll take you down to it. I mean, you can fly down there because you have your fancy wings, whereas I do not have those just yet. But I think it's actually somewhere over here. Where's the yeah, here it is. Jeez. So the item elevator is somewhere here, and you can jump down there, and then that will take you into like the big spawning zone type thing. So I've been doing. I don't have a beacon yet, unlike you. So I don't have a beacon. So I've been doing all of this very slowly.
This has been very manly dug out. This is effort, man.
Yeah. It's been a long mining day today. Yeah, big time. That was pretty cool.
That was a good landing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Here's the thing. Remember that time I told you about the Mumbo?
Yes.
Like the guy, he did it throughout the entire stream. But what was noticeable was we were talking about who should I give my extra Elytra to? Check this out. Who should I give this guy to?
No, it's not me, is it?
Yeah.
Is it me?
And I mean, to honor this one guy who said Mumbo, I think we can. I mean, we was the Mafia Brothers last season. I think we can probably strike a deal.
Yeah.
I will be probably needing mending books. You will be trading. So just take this. That's all I'm gonna say for now. That's
yes.
For now. It's there. You go.
Oh man, see, I thought you were gonna play like a horrible prank on me and just be like, you see these Elytra? Yeah, they're not gonna be for you. Like. Yeah, I
That would
thought
have
you had
been
done it
worse
so
flying
long-winded,
back.
like you had gone and got them all the way over to your base, come all the way back to tell me that I wasn't going to get those, Elytra.
Dude, that would have been. Can I just have that Elytra for a second? Let me check something. I may have given you the wrong one.
It doesn't have any enchantments, if that's what you're wondering.
Big mistake. Big mistake. This Elytra, I was only joking. You're not really getting it.
Oh, no!
No, dude, I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Alright, I'll try my best to pick it up. I wouldn't want to leave those on the floor. So this is my first set of wings on the server. I feel like I've been missing these guys. I've missed. See, my favorite thing to do is to just run and do this. Like, this is how I used to get around on Hermitcraft, and that's.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's just the ability to kind of speed, fly, run type thing. Oh.
Do you get comments saying stop flight running?
No.
I do.
I do get those. I don't get those at all. People love it. I wouldn't be surprised if I had comments saying, "Where's the fly running gone?" That was a highlight of your episode.
Why don't you have Elytra yet? Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to get myself some mending and everything like that at some point, because otherwise, yeah, I suppose I'll need to repair these with leather, which isn't too bad. But no, thank you ever so much for that. It was well worth the searching for your nether portal, and well worth the wait of you to go and grab them.
I'm glad. So now I'm made up for that pain. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You've actually just gone off and killed the Ender Dragon to get me these to make up for that because you felt so bad, yeah?
Exactly, that's what I did. I super quickly just swooshed by, and I'm a pro, obviously, so you know.
Of course,
you know how I do.
Alright, well, thank you so much. After that slight intermission from the project, where we now have a bunch of characters and also one set of Elytra, which is something that I have wanted for the past 5 episodes of Hermitcraft. I mean, seriously, I feel very, very lost without my wings. I kept going to jump off of things without anything because I'd completely forgotten that I couldn't fly anymore. So now I'm feeling much, much better about my Minecraft situation. And also, we now have ourselves this. We have got one item elevator going from the bottom of our slime farm up into this area right here. So this is going to be the chest, and then we're going to have our hoppers, and they run into that chest right there. And on that chest, we are going to write free slime. So there we go. Now we are going to build up a hut around this thing. I'll do that in the next couple seconds. It's only going to be absolutely tiny, but that is the next plan. But first, we actually have to build the killing system and everything like that down at the bottom. I think this could be about it. We need some water here and some water on this side as well. That should hopefully push in all of the slimes into the center right there. And then we have our cactus, which you might as well make these guys 3 blocks tall while we're here because we have so much thanks to the very kind Iskall. So that should be that. That will kill off any slimes right there. And then those items will end up in this dropper. And as you just heard, we have got ourselves an auto-dropping system, which by the look of things, I don't actually have any glass to finish off the item elevator. Oh, for goodness sake! Right, now that we actually have the stuff required to finish everything up, that should just about do it. One item elevator going right the way up to the surface. Now, as I'm sure you can understand, this has been quite a long old recording session for me, but I'm very, very happy with how much progress we've managed to make. This thing should hopefully be functional, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go AFK over the next day or so, and we're going to see if we can get ourselves any slime. But for the time being, unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.